spoiler alert, you're in for a surprise. So if you don't want spoilers, don't come and see this video. So let's carry on. What's going on, guys? JonathanXBlack here reporting, and today I'm going to talk about something that came out recently. It's the game called Gotham Knights. Now, I haven't gotten the chance. I mean, I don't know if everyone has gotten the chance there. I don't think there's a beta or an early access just yet. And I can honestly say I'm hooked with the story. I'm hooked with the characters. Everything is just perfect to me. The gameplay, there's a little bit of gameplay in the trailer if you've seen it. And I think for what you see, it's not that bad. What I'm here to talk about is not just my impressions. Okay, I'm going to talk first about my impressions of Gotham Knights, better than Avengers or not. So I played the beta with Avengers, so there's a lot to talk about. All right, so my first thoughts on Gotham Knights. First of all, I have to say it intrigues me more than the Avengers game. Now, I'm not saying it's better. I'm saying that, in my opinion, at least in visually speaking, I like more DC than Marvel. I don't know, it's more dark, it's more my style. The villains are much more interesting. The anti-heroes are much more cooler. But Marvel has its cool stuff too, you know, don't get me wrong, I mean, Ghost Rider, right? By the way, that's me when I was a little kid. Time flies, man, from that little kid to this psycho. Alright, so back to topic. My thoughts on Gotham Knights, when I saw it, I thought to myself, this is practically gonna be like Avengers. So is this a competition to Avengers? I have no idea, but who knows, right? So as I was seeing the trailer, as I was seeing the gameplay look and the characters and the story, I like the fact that Bruce died. He died and he asked them to, you know, continue their jobs, and I know you'll do better and all that stuff. It actually kind of got me like a little bit sentimental when that happened. More than Captain America dying and the Avengers. The characters look amazing compared to the face. When it comes to the face, right, the only one that I'm a little bit concerned about is Red Hood. I don't know. I don't know if he does look like that in the comics or not. I'm not saying it has to be like I want it. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that Red Hood kind of looks a little bit different from my perspective of view as in movies and games, right, and fan-made series and stuff. I don't know, he looks older. Maybe it's part of coming. I'm not sure, but to me, I'm a little bit concerned about Red Hood. Maybe she should look a little bit, but that's just me. You don't have to do it, DC. The other ones, Robin looks amazing, Nightwing looks awesome, and Batgirl, amazing, beautiful, perfectly done, and the gameplay convinced me from what I'd seen, because it doesn't show you a lot of gameplay, it's just a little bit, but from what I've seen, I'm hooked, man. I want to buy that game. Now here's the problem, I want to buy that game more than Avengers. Now here's the thing, I'm not a fan of Avengers. I'm not really that fan. I mean, the characters that they shows, the only one that interests me is Spider-Man, but Avengers is not really my type. I like Marvel for Ghost Rider, for Spider-Man villains, which are really interesting, like Venom, Sandman, Octopus. I do like that the villain Taskmaster is getting some, yeah, finally, you know, Taskmaster fans are like, yes, finally we get to see Taskmaster on a modern game rather than Spider-Man and Marvel vs. Capcom. So that's cool. He's the main villain of the story. So far I've seen, I don't know if he's the actually main villain, but so far we've seen from the beta and we've seen from the cutscenes and everything that he basically ruins the Avengers. And this story is about here, the Avengers are ruined and people are mad because this bomb that exploded by the Taskmaster just pressed like a crossing virus to all humans to have superpowers and all that stuff. And there's this little girl that actually loves the Avengers and actually gets some superpowers and wants to be with the Avengers and finally gets to. But at the point that she is, basically the Avengers are separated because they turn basically illegal. The Hulk actually knows this and admits it, and thanks to the Hulk, this corporation is dedicated to cure all superheroes from their powers and be normal again. And then Hulk realized that was a mistake and the superheroes must be made. It's just an amazing concept as well. But here's the thing, I like more Gotham Knights when it comes to looks. Avengers, I'm not a fan, as I said. And I honestly did it, but it was more for the gloves. I play Fortnite, of course. It was more for the gloves for Fortnite. I wanted to get the gloves for Hulk. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna play this. I don't really care about this. But when I started playing it, boy, I'm not a fan of the Avengers. But the gameplay it's just tops, man. Square Enix did a good job. I mean, well, they're doing a good job. And I'm practically sure that the beta is just tested version is gonna be better when it comes out. And from what I've seen on the beta, it was awesome. I love to fight as all of the Avengers. You get to fight as all of the Avengers first, and then you fight as and then you get to fight as Hulk and the new Elastic Girl. I don't know, but so far what I've seen, the platform, everything, it just mixed God of War but with Marvel. It was awesome. It was really cool. The parkour was awesome. The whole jumping platform, swinging across. Superheroes are different. Hulk is just amazing to fight with. I fought with him, yeah, versus Abomination. I was not interested until I played it. It's like, okay, I'm gonna play it just because for the gloves, right? But then, I'm gonna get this game. This game deserves to be bought. It's not bad. It's kind of the only thing that I find bad in this game for me is the faces. Like the faces are, and the acting of the, you know, if it is mocap suit or motion capture or whatever, it's not very well implemented in expressions. They need to like use more expression, but the voice acting is well done, but just the face, you know, it's just plain simple. It reminds me of Lion King live action, which, don't get me started on that one. That's the only thing that I find in this, you know, the whole Avengers thing. Everything else is just amazing. I had a lot of fun. I wanted to keep playing after I was done with the beta. So you know what, I have to get this. Okay, so when I haven't played anything at all from Gotham Knights, is this gonna be better than the Avengers, or is this just gonna be worse? Is this gonna sell more than Avengers? Is this a competition against Marvel to raise up the ante? Now, DC, my book, and a lot of friends agree with me. I don't know if you guys, don't be mad if you don't, but DC fails in one thing versus Marvel, and that is in movies. Live action movies, just Marvel tops it better. Even though there's some good DC movies, but you cannot outstand Marvel cinematic universe. But on gaming, on comics, and on animated series and animated movies, I think DC is better. I think this is gonna be a little bit different from the Avengers, and it will have its own path. But you know, it came out right after the beta, you know, everything. So it's like, let's just wait for Avengers to have their go. Maybe it's just a friendly publish. It doesn't have to be competition. Maybe they just waited for Marvel to wear off so they can actually raise up their meter. Because honestly, it's just two games, but with similar aspects. It's not a competition for me, but you know, for marketing reasons, it has to be competition. I mean, you have to be better than Coca-Cola, Pepsi. I'm gonna get both. And I think I'm gonna stream it. Not my first reaction, but I'm gonna stream it. All I can say is, if you want my full attention, DC, give me a demo of the Gotham Knights or a early access. I can pay for it, and a beta or something, so that I can know what this game is about. Because we see gameplay on the intro trailer or whatever. We see a cinematic and we see gameplay. When they're showing the characters' moves and stuff, we see gameplay. So maybe. But if honestly, if you want me to choose, let's say if, which I'm not gonna do this right away, but let's say if you want me to choose between Marvel and DC, it's kind of hard because I love DC, and I cannot tell you right now, I want to get more Gotham Knights rather than Avengers. But I played Avengers and it was cool. If you give me more characters, more than the Avengers, if you give me I don't know, if you let me play as a villain or something like that, I will totally get off Gotham Knights and go with this. But I don't think that's gonna happen with Marvel's Avengers, because hello, it's Avengers. Gotham Knights, it just look cool. I want to play as Red Hood, I want to play as Nightwing, I want to play as Batgirl, and of course, I'm gonna play as Robin, which is at first for me, because I didn't find Robin very interesting. Now in Avengers, I like all the characters, but I didn't want to play as Thor, I didn't want to play as Captain America, even though it was cool. I'm not saying it's bad, just my interest. If it is for gameplay wise, I would totally choose Marvel, But if it is for visually and intrigue of myself, I will totally choose Gotham Knights. So in my vote, personally, Gotham Knights. Statistically, for now, because we haven't seen that much content from Gotham Knights, I would choose Marvel's Avengers. Alright guys, so that's my opinion on the Avengers versus Gotham Knights comparison. Let me know if you would like to see more videos like this one. Personally, it wins Gotham Knights. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new, like and share this video if you do enjoy this, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye guys.